Okay, so if you're a busy professional, I'm willing to bet you've told yourself this 100 times. I really need to be more active on social media. But, the gap between knowing you should and actually doing it, man, it can feel like a canyon. Today, we're going to talk about a way to bridge that gap, getting your real, authentic voice out there day in and day out without all the stress.
So does this whole cycle just ring a bell for you? You know you need to be posting to build your brand, to connect with clients, but then when you actually sit down to do it, poof, something always seems to get in the way, right?
I mean, look at this. On one side, you've got the dream, the goal. You're posting consistently. It sounds like your brand is growing. But then, there's the reality. You're staring at that dreaded blank page. You're looking at the calendar feeling guilty about all the days you missed. You're fighting with these AI tools that just make you sound like a generic robot. And at the end of the day, you're just stuck in a time trap because, hello, you have an actual business to run.
Right. So a lot of people, naturally, they turn to AI for help. But here's the thing. It often backfires. Let's dig into why most of these tools create what I call a huge authenticity gap.
Oh, you've seen this before, right? We can all spot this cringy AI speak from a mile away. It's everywhere. And instead of building your brand, it's basically shouting to your audience, hey, I didn't even bother to write this myself. It just tanks your credibility, instantly.
So why does this happen? Well, it really boils down to a pretty simple formula. Generic prompts are always going to give you generic results. These tools, they have zero context about your life, your personal stories, or that unique perspective you have from being in your industry. So what's the result? You just end up sounding exactly like everybody else who's using the exact same tool.
But what if the goal wasn't just to automate content? What if the goal was to automate your authentic voice? Now that requires a totally new way of thinking about this.
And this right here, this is the core idea. The point isn't to replace you as some robot, not at all. It's about building a system that takes the real you, your ideas, your voice, your expertise, and basically gives you a megaphone, amplifying it so it gets out into the world consistently.
So this brings us to this idea of a content engine. And listen, the most important word here is learns. This is not about just feeding an AI a couple of keywords and hoping for the best. No, this is about a system that is designed to first deeply understand you, your stories, your style, how you see the world, and then create content from that genuine foundation.
And this system wasn't just dreamed up in some corporate boardroom. It was actually built out of pure necessity. It was created by a developer with over 30 years of experience who, after facing some serious health challenges, had to figure out a way to keep his own business visible and running when he couldn't do all that manual work himself anymore.
So the big question is, how in the world does a system actually learn your voice? Well, it all kicks off with a one-time 45-minute onboarding process.
The whole thing is really built on 3 key pillars. It goes way deeper than just your business. It's designed to capture your actual personality through your info, your professional mission and vision in your brand, and of course, all those unique experiences and stories that make you, you, in your story. And as you can see, when you break it down, the time commitment for each questionnaire is totally manageable. We're talking less than an hour, one time, and you provide all the foundational material the engine needs to permanently learn your unique voice.
Now, this part is absolutely crucial. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is automated until you are 100% happy. After you fill everything out, the team creates sample posts just for you to review. You give your feedback, they tweak it, and they keep refining it until you can look at it and say, yep, that sounds exactly like me.
Okay, so you've done the onboarding, you've given it the green light, now what? What actually happens? This is the good part. This is the payoff, the real, tangible, game-changing results for your business.
First up, let's just talk about the sheer volume. Your social media presence literally transforms from maybe posting once in a while to being consistently active with 10 posts every single day. Just imagine the trust and authority you build with your audience when you're showing up like that daily.
And that consistency isn't just sprayed everywhere randomly. No. It's delivered across the 2 platforms that matter the most to you and your business, whether that's LinkedIn and Facebook or Instagram and X. The system posts where your audience actually hangs out.
And this is where the real value just becomes crystal clear. To do this yourself, to create this much quality content, would take you at least 50 hours a month. Think about that. That's more than a full work week every single month that you now get to pour back into what you do best, running your business. And the pricing is super straightforward. It's just a flat monthly fee. No tricky long-term contracts. If for any reason it's not working for you, you can simply cancel anytime. It's that simple.
And really, this all comes back to that core promise. This isn't about just churning out content for the sake of it. It is all about quality and authenticity. The entire system is built around this one guarantee. It will not go live until it truly, genuinely sounds like you.
So as we wrap this up, it really leaves us with a pretty critical question to think about. We've talked about the investment to solve this problem, but what's the real cost of doing nothing? In this online world where consistency and authenticity are literally the currency of trust, what's the long-term cost of just staying invisible?